action. Okay, I'm talking to a comrade here at Occupy Boston, and you were actually involved in the police raids on Monday. Can you give us some context about what occurred Monday?
Yeah, so we were sitting in the park, exercising our constitutional right to assemble peacefully, and the police came in and brutally broke up the protest. I mean, it's totally without legal precedent. I mean, they've charged people with trespassing and with unlawful assembly, but I mean, it's all public land. It's all we have rights according to the Constitution that say we can protest, that we can peacefully assemble, and they threw us out on these baseless grounds.
So what exactly what were some of the tactics the police used when they launched those mass arrests? Can you elaborate what exactly occurred there?
So first what they tried to do was they spread a bunch of rumors about different things that were going on to try to divide people up. So you know the old adage, divide and conquer. Well, that's always the easiest thing to do. Even afterwards, you see the police and the mayor doing the same things, spreading lies about anarchists taking over the movement or whatever. But then after that, it didn't. Most people weren't fooled by their tactics, and there was a strong resistance in defense of the park. About 150 people, or maybe 200 people. And then the police, they charged in very violently and broke a human circle that had been formed around it. And then as they took people away, they were making threats to people. They were telling students that they would be expelled if they stayed and were arrested. They would tell people they were being fired from their jobs. And then just watching someone who's right next to you sitting there, totally defenseless, being brutally hurled onto the ground, and their hands tied with plastic cuffs that are too tight, that it cuts off circulation, and then hoisted back up again and shoved into a paddy wagon to be brought all over the city to different police stations.
Now, did you happen to witness what occurred with the Veterans for Peace?
Yes, actually, the Veterans for Peace. I was more scared for them than I was for me, because I was part of the human circle, and they were right up front. They were in front of everyone, and they formed a line of their own, which was the first one that the police charged in to break up. It seems that the city hired a lot of police officers to come in decked out in riot gear to just I heard an estimate of 700 riot cops. I mean, that's ridiculous. They were expecting to arrest a lot of people, and it's not because there is some law that says we can't do this, and there isn't. It's because the mayor told them to. Even if there was a law that says we can't peacefully assemble, the only reason the police came and kicked us out was because the mayor told them to.
Now, what were the conditions in jail like? Was people's spirits high? Did they feed you enough?
The conditions in jail are horrible. They're always horrible. This was personally my first time in jail, and they took away my warm hat and my all of my stuff, everything in my pockets, and maybe take off my shoes, and then they put me in this really cold cell with made out of concrete blocks all around, and the floor was just as cold, and they kept it very cold. I was literally shivering most of the time that I was in there, and I was only in there for 3 or 4 hours.
Wow.
Before I was bailed out. Even when I was bailed out, I was forced to pay this $40 non-refundable fee because the police had arrested me for no reason.
Wow. Is there what's happened at Occupy Boston since Monday? Has the movement diminished, or has it continued to grow?
No, Occupy Boston has exploded since then. There have been so many people that are a lot of people that were disillusioned about the police. So before Monday, a lot of people would have held that, the police are our friends, or they're just doing their job. But now everyone realizes that really the police are not there to protect and serve us. They are there to protect and serve. It's just they're there to protect and serve the ruling class and their interests. And you see this very clearly with Mayor Menino's dictation of what goes on, because the mayor is telling the police exactly what to do, and they're carrying it out.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, I think that everyone who's incensed about the violence, about the endless wars that we have no control over, about the political corruption, about the disastrous economic conditions. So while the working class is in poverty, even while corporations make increasing record profits, it's just come on down here. Start actually participating in your democracy, and make the future happen. And let's build a better future together.
Awesome. Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you.